Okay, it's not so common because a lot of people don't talk about it. Yes, people don't talk about it because it is very, very hurtful. It leads to so many things. It leads to depression. Somebody who is depressed cannot come out to talk about how they've been molested. Hi guys. Hi everyone. I said I was going to start saying hi guys because hi guys is kind of cliche. So there's no hi guys. It's hi everyone. Ooh, I think I like that. So today I have a special guest. Benny is my special guest name. So you're seeing Benny for the first time. Benny is saying hello. Hello everyone. Hello Benny. So we're gonna be talking about something today, and I really hope you get something from this and not just watch because you want to get entertained, because I'm not here for entertainment today. I'm here for business, strictly business. So yeah, so I would like to talk about something called GBV. But before I go forward, I would like you to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, now is the time to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell on. What am I saying? Turn on the notification bell on. Jesus, English should not kill me. Anyway, like my videos, share my videos, please. If you find them interesting, if you find them educative, and if you find them informative, please and please share my videos with your friends and your loved ones and any other person that you feel needs to gain or benefit from this. Have you ever come across something called GBV? GBV is basically gender-based violence. Gender-based violence. And a lot of people say, oh, okay, yeah, I think I've come across GBV and all of that. But yeah, do you really know what it's about, what it entails? So I'll talk about it today, and I really hope we create more awareness about this, because a lot of people go through this. A lot of people experience GBV. Both male and female experience GBV. We're wondering male how. Yes, men experience GBV, boys experience GBV, but it is mostly common in female. So that's basically it. So I would like to quickly describe what gender and sex is, because a lot of us, let me just say everyone, a lot of us, we interchangeably use gender and sex because we feel they mean the same thing, but honestly they do not mean the same thing. What is gender? Gender is like the role, the activities, the attributes and opportunities that the society they consider that is appropriate a man or a woman should showcase or should show. So they believe this is the appropriate role, or this is the attributes, or these are the activities that you should do as a woman or as a man in a community. That is what gender is all about. And sex, on the other hand, sex is anatomical structure or composition of physiological structure of male and female. So they are both different. When you hear gender, you feel okay, gender is not sex. So guys, let's move to what GBV is. GBV, like I said, is gender-based violence, and it's the violence that is targeted at an individual or a group of persons because of their gender. Like I said, gender is like the role a community thinks or feels is appropriate that you showcase, that you bring out. It can cause harm, physical harm, emotional harm, and so many. So it is not something that is right, or it is common. And you may feel like, okay, it's not so common because a lot of people don't talk about it. Yes, people don't talk about it because it is very, very hurtful. It leads to so many things. It leads to depression. Somebody who is depressed cannot come out to talk about how they've been molested, or how they've been physically abused, or how they've been emotionally abused, or how they've been abused in any way. So that's what gender-based violence is all about. People don't come out to talk about these things because there's no environment, there's no avenue for that to help. So guys, let's talk about what causes gender-based violence. So the number one cause here is religious belief. Based on people's belief, GBV it arises and all of that. And also social or cultural norm, like what has been a normal in the environment. They may believe that women are supposed to be treated this way and men are supposed to be treated that way. So these beliefs also, or the cultural norms and social norms in the environment also, they they cause what's it called, GBV. They allow GBV to arise and keeps arising and keeps arising and keeps getting flesh to continue to, thrive. Yeah. Another cause is gender-based political or economic policies in environments, in a situation whereby there are so many policies about people based on their gender. Some people believe women cannot become superior, they cannot head organizations and all of that. So these things, they feel men are more superior and can handle situations better. So these things also, because GBV. Then another thing is poverty. Poverty is like the root of all problems in the world. So poverty also causes GBV. It leads to violence. At first, it could start from anger, then rises to verbal abuse, then to violence, which could be physical. I mean, it's very crazy, really. So guys, let's talk about types of GBV. We have physical violence, there's emotional violence, there's domestic violence. There's another one called intimate partner violence. Physical violence like biting, dragging, punching, anything that involves physical, that involves you touching or eating somebody with your leg is physical, and it's a form of violence that can lead to PTSD, can lead to depression, because constantly you begin to think, you begin to imagine, why am I being treated this way? So it can happen anywhere. It can happen in any kind of relationship. It can happen between anybody. It can happen anywhere. Then there's domestic violence. That one is common between married people, common in relationships, especially between married people, and it starts from anger, moving to verbal abuse, then physical violence comes in. So domestic violence, it cohabits physical violence, where you have beating, biting, punching, and all of these things. So domestic violence mostly occur in married people. Then there's intimate partner violence. This one occurs mostly in people that are cohabiting, people that are having relationship, people that are dating. Let's put it that way, dating. So this happens between people that are dating, intimate partner violence. And there's physical violence involved, domestic violence involved, beating, emotional violence involved. Then there's another one called emotional violence. That's where we have verbal abusing of another person based on their gender. So there's a lot of these things, a lot of it, and people don't really talk about it because they feel they cannot voice out. It's depressing, it's hurtful. Somebody that is depressed can't come out to talk about how they've been molested. Somebody that is having PTSD, recurring trauma about a violent situation, will not come out to talk about how they've been hurting so bad. Somebody with low self-esteem will not come out because they've been hurt, they've been molested, they've been threatened, they've been beaten, they've been violated, they've done so many things to these people, and they cannot voice out because they do not have the voice. But I'm creating this awareness because I feel like there's so many organizations out there that can help people going through these situations. So please, speak up. It is very okay to speak up. Fine, you may feel bad about it, you feel hurt about it, but try as much as possible to speak up. Meet with the right organizations that can actually help out in situations like this. So let's talk about consequences of gender-based violence. There's depression, of course. Somebody that has been hurt several times, repeated trauma. This person is going to be depressed. Then there's PTSD. There's anxiety. There's low self-esteem. There's withdrawal from social activities. There's so many things. There's suicidal ideation. Anybody that is depressed will always think about how to commit suicide, how to just die and leave everything behind. So there's all these things together in one because they cannot speak up. And gender-based violence, like I said, occurs both in men and women, but because men feel superior all the time, they feel like they are the head, so they cannot be emotionally down, so they don't speak up because of social stigma. Guys, how do we prevent GBV? How do we prevent GBV? Number one thing is educating. When you educate people about GBV, when you educate people, education, they say, is knowledge, is power, is key. So when you educate people, people understand what it is and what is not about this thing. They understand how they can prevent it. They understand the causes, the consequences. They understand the nitty-gritty of those things. So education is the number one thing you should do to prevent GBV from occurring. Let them know what it entails. Let people know, like I'm doing now, make them understand what GBV is all about, the real deal of GBV. Then another thing is creating awareness. Once you've been able to educate people about these things, create awareness all the time. Create awareness. You can create awareness on social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, text messages if you're that buoyant. Create awareness all the time about these things and make them feel safe that they can talk to persons about it, organizations about it. Then another thing is clarifying and defining expectations in your relationship is another thing. When you clarify or you define your expectation in a relationship, there's no cause for alarm, there's no cause for problem to occur, because you understand what you want in the relationship. You have your expectations and you both clarified that this is what is in this relationship, this is what it is about. It's always good. I always advise people to always have a definition of their relationship. Define it, have a definition for your relationship. Another thing is, when you notice an environment is toxic or you sense there's a problem in an environment and you're not comfortable about it, you leave that environment immediately. Don't say it's just a bad feeling, I'll be alright, I'll be fine, by God's grace. Leave that environment immediately. It is very, very important that you leave the environment immediately. And when you're going out, you tell anybody, even if it's just one person, that you're going somewhere. I don't feel to do that. Wherever I find myself, at home, at work, anyway, if I'm going to step out of the house, I'll tell them, this is where I'm, even if I'm going to buy just something along the street, I'll tell them this is where I'm going to. It makes sense because it directs people's paths to where they're going to search for you in case anything goes wrong. At least it's going to be a clue about where you are. So that's just that. And we have organizations, like I said, that can help people experiencing these situations to come out and be helped. So please, GBV is something that is happening. It's common. Once people talk about it, it's good for people to talk about it so others can learn about it and make corrections. So organizations like WARIF, that's Women at Risk International Foundation, Wine and Wine NG, and of Initiative, the Mirabel Center, they've made things easy for people experiencing gender-based violence to actually speak up so they can be helped. So these organizations, they are really helpful. Go to the website, go to Google, check Women at Risk International Foundation. You can check for the Anhoff Initiative. You can check for Wine and Wine NG, and you can also check for the Mirabel Center. And there are lots more, many more organizations that help people with GBV. So please seek help. It's very, very important. If you know this video has been a little helpful or very helpful, you can please share this video with your friends and families and anybody you feel needs to see this. Thank you for sticking to the very end. I love you. And Benny says, adios.